Welcome back to Grammar Fundamentals for the SAT. This is Chapter 11, Lesson 77, and the start of our work on the comma. The comma is small, but it trips up more test takers than any other mark. Today, commas and non-essential elements. Here's the big idea behind today's lesson. A non-essential element is a group of words you could lift right out of the sentence, and the sentence would still make sense. Take the train, which is usually late, arrived on time. That middle part, which is usually late, is extra information. Drop it, and you still have the train arrived on time, a perfectly good sentence. Because it's extra, you set it off with a pair of commas, one before, one after. Now the flip side. Some elements are essential. The sentence needs them to identify its subject, and those take no commas. The people who work in that building are doctors. The clause, who work in that building, tells us which people, so it's essential. Leave the commas out. If you wrongly fence it off, the people, comma, who work there, comma, are doctors, you're saying it could be dropped, but it can't. So ask yourself, do I need these words to know which one? If yes, no commas. A very common non-essential element is the appositive, a phrase that renaces the noun beside it. Janine, my mother's cousin, lives in Salt Lake City. The phrase, my mother's cousin, simply renames Janine, so it gets a comma before and a comma after. Same with John F. Kennedy, a former president, was born in Massachusetts. The renaming sits inside two commas. We already know who Janine and Kennedy are, so the renaming is extra, and extra means commas. Finally, set off interjections and parenthetical asides too. An interjection like well or oh at the start gets a comma. Well, what do we have here? And little asides that interrupt the flow. In fact, by the way, for example, however, get commas on both sides. His room, for example, is full of posters. You could lift, for example, right out, so it's non-essential, and it sits between two commas. Same family as everything else today. Extra words fenced off with commas. Let's practice. For each sentence, decide whether it needs a comma added or is already correct. Remember, non-essential gets commas. Essential does not. Pause and try each. We met our parents at the restaurant for lunch. There's nothing extra here to lift out. No aside, no renaming, nothing non-essential. So the answer is correct as is. Animals that prey on other animals are called predators. The clause that prey on other animals tells us which animals, so it's essential. Essential elements take no commas, so the answer is correct as is. Yes, I see that you have improved your backhand a lot. That opening, yes, is an interjection, and an interjection at the start gets a comma after it. So the answer is needs a comma. 3 more. This time, each sentence is missing a comma. Find the non-essential element and decide where the comma belongs. Pause and try each. John F. Kennedy, a former U.S. president, was born in Massachusetts. The renaming, a former president, begins right after the name, so the missing comma goes after Kennedy. So the answer is comma after Kennedy. You could get to school another way. For example, you could walk. The expression, for example, is a parenthetical aside, and the comma falls after example, before the next thought. So the answer is comma after example. The detective that you met yesterday will be in charge of the case. The clause that you met yesterday tells us which detective, so it's essential and takes no comma at all. So the answer is correct as is, no comma. Let's wrap up. A non-essential element, an appositive, an aside, an interjection, is extra. You could lift it out, so you set it off with a pair of commas. An essential element is one the sentence needs to identify its subject, and it takes no commas at all. The quick test is simple. Can I drop these words and still know who or what we mean? If yes, fence them off. If no, leave them alone. Great work! In Lesson 78, we'll handle commas after introductory phrases.